Hello everybody, it's the 3rd of January today, 2023, and a Happy New Year from me and from Cooper, who's not listening. Cooper, oh, you are listening. Say Happy New Year, buddy. Anyway, he's concentrating on whatever it is he's concentrating on, and as it's going to be the first video of 2023, we're going to do a what I had for Christmas video. Hopefully you won't find it too self-indulgent. If you do, I apologise, and normal service will be resumed as soon as possible, but it's just become a bit of a tradition now. I've done 2 or 3 of them over the last few years, and so some people seem to enjoy them. Okay, we'll start off with the biggest pot I got. I shan't be doing them in any particular order of favourites or likes or anything like that, but this is a nice deep dark chocolate brown pot, and I'm really unsure what I'm going to put in this. I'm possibly thinking maybe a Chinese wisteria that I'm got going on in training. I don't know that the chocolate brown will really go with a wisteria, or whether it'll be quite nice to have a plain pot to show off the flowers a little more when it eventually produces me some flowers. Anyway, that's pot number 1. Feel free to jump in with any suggestions if you've been watching my channel and you think I know a tree that'll go with that. Yeah, jot it down below. I didn't put the can in for scale with the last one, but I'll just leave it on the side here next to the turntable so that you can get an idea. This is a particularly nice blue rectangular pot, identical in fact to one that I had last year that I put a trident maple in, which looks really nice. That's can idea is not working particularly well, but never mind. So yeah, I need to find a nice tree for this, and maybe, just maybe, one of these root over rock projects that I've got going on could fit in that. We will see. I'll perhaps have a look around as the year goes by, and by the time we get to repotting season, which will be around on us before we know it, I'll have a better idea. Pot number 3 is this rather nice black oval. Again, I don't know exactly which tree I might put in that, but one thought I had was the oak in training here. I think it's too small really for that pot, but it's got a lot of developing left to do, so it's a possibility using the pot as a slightly outsized training pot. Keeps getting in on the act again. This is a rather nice rectangular blue pot with a tray which will hold quite a bit of water, so that might be a possibility for maybe a willow or an alder that likes a lot of moisture over the summer period. Again, not clear at the minute, and all these pots are going to take a bit of thought as to what's the best tree. Looking in the viewfinder, a collie's head in a pot, nah, it's not working for me. Not sure quite what's up with Cooper the camera shy collie, being decidedly uncamera shy at the moment, but there you go. What we've got here next is some twins, I guess, almost. A couple of small oval pots. There's a deep dark blue with a curved lip, which is rather nice. I quite like that. And then we have a cream with just a slight bit of decoration around the centre of the pot, which always looks rather elegant, I feel. But it does have a bit of a lip, which can be a problem on occasions, but I shouldn't complain when they were given to me as gifts. And do a quick 360 on those. I think, again, they have these nice drip trays. I have a couple of small alders that might go in there quite nicely. Here we have a rather nice, again, a black pot, and a round one this time, which gives you the challenge that you have to find a tree that looks good from all angles. There's no finding a front and putting the front of the tree to the front of the pot. I always feel a nice round pot needs a nice all-round tree that you can look at on all different angles. I'm thinking maybe one of my birches. They've got a number of years in them yet before they really turn silver, some of them, although a couple are beginning to get there. But I think a silver birch, a silver trunk against the black elegant style of that pot would look rather nice. Cooper's getting fed up being on camera. He decided to hide behind this fence, but this low wall, but hasn't realised I can sneak round beside him. His poor old toes, poor old Coops. His toes are getting very sore now. He's off to the vets tomorrow to have his toenails sorted out because they're getting long because he's not wearing them down. But he's still my handsome boy, aren't you, Cooper? You're my handsome boy. Maybe. Busy. We like. Okay, another pot with a tray. Of course, just because they come with the tray doesn't mean you have to use the tray. So they are certainly handy, like I said, for alders and willows and trees that need a lot of water, but you can dispense with them if you wish, and just use the pot. This has got an interesting pattern within the glaze, which is quite nice. And again, I know I've got a tree to fit it somewhere, but I haven't quite decided which one it's going to be. Here is another oval pot with identical sort of glaze patterning. It's got a sort of blues running, some blue veins almost running through. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. A belly pot, so it's going to have to be a tree that will need repotting on a fairly regular basis, or rather the tree will need repotting on a fairly regular basis. If you let them get too pot bound, then well, they're a devil to get out basically, as they wedge themselves in by the roots. Okay, so we've got two pots here. They're a kind of grey-green colour, almost identical, slight differences within the glaze, presumably during the firing process. I have no idea how such things work, but they're not exactly the same, but near as darn it, same size, same shape. And I'm wondering with these, do I go with a two identical trees to try and make kind of twins and see what I end up with, or do I go with two entirely different trees, in both in terms of species and style? Of course, I could just put one on one bench and one on another and hope people don't notice that the pots are the same, but there you go. Let me know what you might do down in the comments section. I've just realised, how slow am I, that I did in fact have triplets, except one of them doesn't have a drip tray, which is odd, but there you go. These are obviously in a lot of different places because these were all bought by family members living in different parts of the country, so a lot of them about, it would appear. Okay, so we're lurching towards the end now. This is a kind of, I don't know how to describe that shape, if I'm honest. Kind of fluted oval, very elegant, a really nice little pot. Traditionally it would have some sort of pine or juniper in, being this dark unglazed form, so I'll have to see what I've got. Of course, if I think something else looks nice in it, I should just put something else in it. But again, let me know your thoughts. I always like to hear what other people think. Another nice dark blue pot. Again, it's a belly pot, so they have their own tricksiness about them because of the way roots wedge in, as I said. But it's a nice round, so again, it's going to have to be a tree, I think, that is going to look good from all angles. I have a few benches that can be approached from various angles, and it's always nice to have a tree that looks good from whichever way you're facing it. So last two pots. This is a bit of an odd pot. It came with a label stating it was a bonsai pot with bonsai tools, and these being said bonsai tools. I mean, I can see that might be handy for getting in and under the lip of this pot, and it's not a hideous pot, but it's again going to form a bit of a challenge finding a tree to fit in it. It almost looks like it needs a sort of mini bamboo or something, I don't know, but yeah, should never criticise. People thought about me and went out of their way to get me something, so should be grateful. That's what I should do. And finally, we have this one, which was bought for me by my good lady wife, and has some very nice Japanese markings underneath. Came wrapped in Japanese newspaper, and you can tell just by the heft and the feel that this is a quality pot. Probably is the best quality pot I've ever owned, and so I'm going to have to go out of my way to try and find a really nice tree to go into this. It's a kind of reddy brown rather than the dark brown of a most unglazed pots. It just, as I say, it has a different texture, a different feel. I don't know how to convey that on video, but yeah, I think I need to find a special tree to go in that. So I hope you haven't found this video too self-indulgent, and as I say, if you have any suggestions and you've watched some of my other content and you've seen some of my trees and you think that tree would look nice in that pot, feel free to let me know what you think down below. All that leaves is for me to do is to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great 2023, and do all the YouTube things, the liking and the subscribing and the commenting, but most of all, please look after yourselves. Stay safe, everybody.